Hello everyone, in this video we are going to be taking a look at a scenario where civilization starts over. We are now on episode 52, 52, and in the last video we saw the start of World War II. So yeah, if you like it then subscribe, like, blah blah blah, that stuff. Let's just get on with the fun war stuff. So, first of all, nukes. Here it is, nuke counters. Why do you have nukes again? Yeah, I'll give it to them, they can have nukes. Anyways, we're going to be seeing the launching of some nukes. First of all, we are going to be seeing the Irish. They are going to not be like. They aren't going to be launching nukes, but they're going to be giving free nukes over to a nation. And, shut up, police. Who are they going to be giving those nukes to? They're going to be giving them to Germany. And that's because they realize that this could end horribly, so they do want this war over as soon as possible. So they give free nukes over to Germany, which now means they have the same amount in their territory as Norway. Anyways, now the actual nuking. We see that, I said that India, we see that Rome, I don't know why, oh yeah, tolerance. We see Italy is going to be launching 20 nukes, going from 123 to 103. And they are going to be launching their nukes, if I can get the right brush size. Here we go. They are going to be launching 2 into the capital city of this nation, 1 into each of these cities. We see them launch 1 into this nation right here. We see them launch a few into Madagascar, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So how many nukes is that? 4, 5. Okay, 9 nukes. The 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th, and 16th nukes are going to go into India. And then the rest are just going to be unloaded into China. So 17, 18, 19, 20. So yeah, that's going to be a bit bad for China because they had a lot of nukes in their capital, or just off the outskirts, their outskirts of their capital. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now they are down to 19 nukes. Because those nukes just exploded. So yeah. So those are going to be the only nukes launched so far. Because I'd rather actually just do the conventional war because that's better. So anyways, heading over to Africa. Also, I never planned these videos out. I hope you guys know that. We are going to be seeing Nigeria continue to push into the Lake Victoria nation, and they are doing surprisingly well. Also, I'm going to turn on spacing. That is so much better. They managed to reach the outskirts of this city, and just as they reach the outskirts, we just this nation just fully collapses. They lose these lands over to Nigeria, and then the rest is just split like this. These lands going over to the YU, and then these just go over to Ethiopia. I don't like how I don't like this. There we go. That looks better. Anyways, with another nation knocked out of the war, they can now focus more of their troops in on this nation. So they just begin sending all of their troops out. And not just that, they launch a naval invasion into Madagascar. They get to they reach the north of the island and they go around the sea because radiation. And then they realize we can't really go anywhere mass. So they begin sending small troop groups. They start sending groups out and they begin slowly just going across the nation. They managed to reach the capital. I was using the wrong brush. They reached the cap, not the cap. They reached the coast, and then like this area just like everyone else here just dies, except like this, like a little pocket up here, like except like up here, but like they just don't want to be in the war. Another landing is made over here. They send another group out. This surrenders, and eventually, like they just like boom, they cut across. This area falls. This area, well, these areas surrender. And Madagascar has a like a civil war, and they decide to leave. So yeah. Anyways, heading over to East Asia or Southeast Asia, whatever you want to call it, we are going to be seeing this purple nation be a bit screwed. We see the darker purple nation launch an invasion of them, and I need to out of like all of the like cyan like out of all the cyan nations, they have the best military, as you can see by having like they originally had the most nukes, and like these weren't even their own nukes, they were like all just made by an but like here you can have these, just join our cause. So yeah, these guys are just pushing into the purple nation, but the purple nation has a surprisingly good military. So what can they do? Da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da, da-da. Yep, they're here now, which causes this group down here, boom, and this group over here, boom. I'm joking. They just bang, and it's very quickly going south for Southeast Asia. Vietnam begins pushing in, and because they have a really good military, I believe they're a blue military. Oh, they're a dark blue one. So yeah, they're doing like surprisingly well, and like they are getting like millions and millions in this. And eventually, like the purple nation, like the not dark purple nation, they fully kick these guys out. They give their invading force over to Vietnam, and then just yeah, and split. So yeah, our first Southeast nation has fallen, or our first like HC member has fallen, and that is a bit bad for the cross alliance because now like they just have to focus on this nation, and no, that's literally it. And regarding these 8 nukes, they are all going to be just like, where's the layer? Here it is. We see them take all 8 nukes, and now Vietnam has nukes. And what are they going to be doing with these nukes? They're going to be nuking some land. And who are they going to be nuking? Hello there, China. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then the last 2 unloaded here. So yeah, that now means that these 8 nukes are now gone. So yeah, but not just that, they hit even more of their nukes. So this city just gets decimated. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm on the wrong. I was on the wrong layer. Hold on. How many nukes have I caused on this layer? Okay, it's literally only this one. Good to know. Anyways, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and again 4. So China's now gone from 25 down to 11. And not just that, Moscow, they are very, very screwed. Why is that? How many nukes do they have? I cannot see. They may have 54 nukes, but like look, 90 nukes, no nukes, 96 nukes, 94 nukes. Anytime they try to shoot it, or like even if they try to shoot it, it just gets shot down and probably hit their capital. But they are like, you know what? We're probably screwed. So they launch a majority of their nukes, going from 54 down to the small number of 20, which means they launched 34 nukes. So let's see where they're going to be landing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, and 34. Yeah, a majority of them went into their own territory or very close to their territory. So these guys are just their population is like decimated, and then like it's like considered now just a humanitarian crisis. So like now like everyone is just like even more motivated to just like get them out of the war. The Caucasian military just blitz through them, and we see the Ural Republic or Federation, whatever they are. They just like boom. So we see our second European nation fall, and now it's time for a tea break because I have a cup of tea. Delicious. Anyways, heading over to the Americas, we are going to be seeing a few nations be a bit screwed. And surprisingly enough, it's going to be this nation being one of them. We see Baja California, despite just literally turning their capital, like despite having their capital be turned into an island. If you don't know why that happened, then watch the previous video. Like watch episode 51. Anyways, they are very quickly like just speeding through this nation, and no, they aren't invading themselves. And not just that, but we also see California. They are already in the war. They decide to like just like blitz through this like Mexican nation. So yeah, North Mexico is very much screwed. We see this green nation. They begin pushing down into Texas. Although it doesn't go all well because Texas is a decently strong nation, so they can like kick back them and also go into their territory. So yeah. Although the green team are also in the war, which means that they can just like boom, boom, and then boom. But their military doesn't think of doing that, so yeah. Anyways, heading over here, central Canada, literally all of their troops, all right here. Like, they have a decent population, but because like a lot of it's down here, they do not want to lose it. So they just like go, they just go ham in here. They are not leaving any survivors, and by that I mean they're not having any militant survivors. Anyways, these three nations. Florida has a different approach, and it's not nuking. Also, this is like the Franco-Iberian island that they had where they nuked. Did I give them their color? Yeah, I did. But like these three, they aren't necessarily like invaded into. Instead, they're convinced to leave the war, and not just that, but we actually managed to see Florida to manage to convince this nation and this nation and the Yellow Nation to join their side. And India's like, why? So yeah, this is very bad for them. Anyways, going down here, it's basically north, south, like central, north, like I don't know what's like northern, southern America, northern South America against like the rest, but except Uruguay and these guys. Also, they have Patagonia. And Patagonia is actually a decently strong nation, so they can go ham against these guys. They very quickly reach the Andes. I think the Andes, or am I thinking of? Am I thinking of the wrong mountain range? Let's just say I'm thinking of the right one. They just start like going all the way up here, and then like boom, bang. So yeah, and not just that, but Brazil, they're very annoyed at this. This area, as you can see, if I can find the layer, they didn't even have any nuke. No, they didn't even have any. No, they did have cities, but like the nukes just destroyed them, like leveled them, and like they are very annoyed about that. So they start pushing out, and they just begin like demolishing Peru. Well, this is still the Amazon, so yeah. But they do manage to take this. See, Guyana, I think they also begin invading in, and like also Suriname. I forgot to give Suriname any. Here you go, Suriname. Like Colombia also, like they are also in the war, and like yeah, they start like going down the coast where it's very populated. Also, this is not claimed by anyone. It's claimed by them now. And yeah, South America might be screwed. Although, never fear, the orange country is here. Why are you doing this to your own ally? I'm joking, but like they begin sending troops up. Also, this is an invasion. They start sending troops up and begin pushing back these guys. Like none of this is Peruvian military. It is like all like Orange Nation. They eventually managed to push them back to the non-populated areas and the cities. Although that is about where the good stuff is gonna end because how do I say this? But Brazil is here. Say hello to probably your new occupier, to your new president, I believe. Yep, I forgot to get rid of their ideology. Um, anyways, um, India's very quickly just no, not India, sorry. In no, not India. Brazil is very quickly just like going through this orange nation. Eventually, the green team's like, yeah, I don't know why we joined. Very, very bad idea on our part. We're sorry. So they decide to leave. And then these guys like, do you want some land? And they're like, oh, hell yeah. So, what does that mean? It means invasion time. These guys are very quickly getting invaded into. Because like they're like just starting to crumble. And they're like, we were your ally. They do not care. Their capital gets taken. Peru starts to move forces in, despite like A, they are their ally, and B, they are already struggling over here. Oh, yeah, like this Orange Nation falls, and then they begin getting pushed back, and not just that, but Peru is very screwed. Like they have to deal with an all-front war. Like all of their neighbors are now invading them, and not just that, but like Colombia is very good at this for some reason. Like they are just like steaming through these guys, and eventually they reach their capital, and we actually see a new like rebellion pop up, like an orangish rebellion, and they just saw like, yeah, this nation is very much screwed. So say goodbye to Peru. Galapagos, also Peruvian. Any islands out here are irrelevant. Is that? Oh no, that's Tanzania. No, Tasmania. Anyways, that's South America covered. Let's head over to. I just said into India. Let's head over to here. Um, over here is very much screwed. They begin getting pushed back, although the Indian military does manage to like make a comeback despite getting pushed back. They make a landing here, a landing here. Hell, they make a landing in the Yemenese Union. Although these guys are like, okay, yeah, hell nah. And that isn't even like these guys died. Like they were like, yeah, that's a lot of military. We're out. So yeah. Um, India gets pushed back to here a second time. So then they decide to nuke a lot of nations using a lot of their arsenal. So where are they going to be nuking? Well, if I can get the right color. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 6, 9, 7. I don't know how to count. Anyways, that's 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, and 23. So yeah, they go from 41 nukes down to 21, 20, 18, 18, I think. I think it's 18 nukes that they go down to. So, bing that, yeah. And, Qatar may or may not just be getting the Baja California treatment. Although I'm lazy, so, no. And you might be thinking, why no? Canal. Yeah. Also, why do I feel like there was a canal in Baja California? Okay, yeah, there wasn't. Anyways. Actually, yeah, the canals are a bit of a good, like, subject. Because, like, the sign, no, not, like, the Suez Canal is owned by, like, the Sinai Federation. And, like, it's either you can, like, send troops this way, or you have to send them through Caucasia, like, your ally, but, like, still. So, like, or, like, down into Africa, but that's risky, because, like, they could die. So, like, there's a bit of, like, a situation, because, like, they can't really, like, go anywhere, or else these guys are gonna, like, tax the hell out of them. So, something happens. A funded rebellion happens in, like, it happens in this nation, and, oh, okay, they're a different color now. Okay, that means that they have had a rebellion. And, oh, looks like it's free for military stuff to go through. Only for the blue team, but okay, yep, good to know. Anyways, England. We haven't touched on England in a minute. Well, England is doing concerningly well. Uh, Cornwall is very nearly good. Like, they are very nearly dead. But, the Irish aren't going to be having that. They just rid their island from a big threat, so... Well, they just rid their island, like, 20 episodes ago. Exactly 20 episodes ago from the English. They're not letting the English get power again. So, yeah. And you may be wondering, I thought they weren't in the war. Well, if I tell you something, are you going to believe me? Probably not, because I'm a very untrustworthy person. But Ireland's in the war now. So, woo, let's go. And not just that, but Scotland's in the war. Hooray for friendship. Anyways, going back over to North America, we are actually going to be seeing Baja California get like pushed back quite a bit. We see the like South Mexican Union begin pushing up, eventually reaching this city and taking it. I'm going to make this a bit brighter. I think this is good enough. They begin pushing up, and yeah, they actually meet the occupied territory. And I just realized that they were invading into occupied territory. So let's just imagine that I was having them liberating. Yeah, let's imagine that. But these guys are going to be making a landing on the Baja Island and very quickly encircling the city. They make another landing, cut in half. Another one. I'm joking, they don't make one there. They make one here though, and eventually the southern half of the Baja Island falls, including the city. Go away, and you aren't meant to be on this island. You are, however, meant to be here. Because this was on purpose, I think. They begin invading into the Baja Republic. Or Baja, whatever they are. I can't go to check. But, goodbye, India. So, yeah. And not just that. If we go up to here, um, troops are starting to come down from like the Pacific Union, or whatever you want. I don't know what you want. Call it whatever you want. And troops are starting to flood into the Baja Federation, or like I said, I can't remember to check. So they get their stuff together. They start invading into the the North Mexican Union or whatever I called it, and then they start invading into the Aztec Union or South Mexican Union, whatever you want to call it. I don't even think they have all of Mexico, like South Mexico, like pretty sure Mexico like extends like to this or something. Maybe like this. I don't know the borders of Mexico off by heart. Anyways, um, yeah, Texas is being invaded into. Anyways, let's go away from here and let's head over to Asia. Because Siberia is being funded by everyone who isn't currently in the war, but is in the Triangle Alliance and the Hexagon Alliance and the I don't think there's any other shapes alliance. Oh, the Right Triangle Alliance. So, what does that mean? Well, it means everyone here is getting pushed all the way back. Kaboom. Kablam. And not only that, but they are launching an invasion. I did it the wrong way. They are launching an invasion of the Purple Nation. Like, they just regained this land. So they're like, you know what? Maybe this was not a good idea. So they decide to leave the war. So yeah, say goodbye to the Purple Nation in the war. And Siberia's like, you know what? Yeah, screw it. We'll let you keep this land. You left, so yeah, why not? Although the Red Nation is here, and now they're not. And yeah, yeah, they're very much screwed. Anyways, um, this nation, I don't actually know what its name is. They are actually decently strong, so they are actually managing to help push back China and everywhere. So boom and bang. And now they can launch an invasion. There's like no other like colors. I can use like this. Yeah, it's like a slight bit lighter, I think. So Spirit we ball in. We see these guys start an invasion using these guys, surprisingly enough. And not just that, these nations they get pushed back, and then Green China they continue their invasion. They reach these cities and are like, okay, yep, we're going this way. Eventually, they get to a roadblock. Everywhere is radiated. So something surprising is going to be happening. They go over to the NOH and they beg them to join the war. Like, not like, hey, can you join the war? They're like, please, I beg you, join the war. We are not going to get China out if you don't join. So then we see these guys, they don't agree. But after some negotiating, we see them join in on the war, which I believe is their second ever war. As they've, well, third if you count a civil war, as they've had a civil war. They invaded into the purple team to try and like save, no, into the blue team to try and save them. They sort of succeeded, but now this is their third or second, whatever you want to say. I think it's their second. I know it's their second being the NOH because like they abandoned some land down here, but leave all in. Anyways, the NOH with their very surprisingly good military, they begin moving out, eventually taking this land, and then they make a very bad landing here. Why bad? Well, it's very radiated. So they make another landing here, also radiated. One here, also radiated. One here, not radiated. Give me that land. So yeah, and the people here are like, please, we're dying. The radiation is horrible. So they just start getting liberated. Also, we see these guys like allowed to go through. Anyways, so what is this? What does it do? Huh. It lets me zoom in. I never knew that was a thing. Oh, and right clicking lets me zoom out. Nice. Anyways, sorry about this about. We see a specialized group of NOH like military members. Oh dear lord. They start invading into the into the radiated sections, and eventually they take this radiated city, this city, and up here they manage to fully connect both front lines. Sort of like this is a very thin connection, but kaboom. Yeah, they're very close to getting all of China. Because now that China's basically lost all of their coast, because like remember they do not border the like South China Sea, so it wouldn't even be called. I guess it'd be called like the Vietnam Sea or like the Philippine Sea, the Taiwanese Sea, or something. But eventually, the Green Team and the NOH they meet up and they begin just invading because like these guys are very very close to falling, and eventually the Chinese capital is taken. And when that happens, they just fall into like a civil war. Like I just want to see if like this green color has been used. Hopefully not. I don't think it has. So that's good to know. We see this green rebellion sprout up, and it's not radiation. It is an invasion. And time for a second tea break. So I'm getting thirsty. Delicious. Anyways, this rebellion sprouts up, and then another one sprouts up over here. A blue rebellion. No, it's not. It's not sponsored by the Tibet Unification Nation. It's just I just like it being there. Let me just make sure that this color's not been used. That is all of China. I don't think it's been used, so that's good. Anyways. Anyways, these two are gonna just start like moving out into like the non-radiated areas because neither of these have any radiated areas nearby. Anyways, India. India is very, very scared. Because like they just lost all their land in this nation. Over here, in like just this general area, we see Vietnam begin to push into this pink nation. They fully fall. They also like fully take all of this nation. So I don't know why I still have the canal layer on. This nation, they also fully fall. And India, they start getting invaded into. And that's not very good. First of all, this radiated city gets taken. And now a full-on rebellion takes place in many areas. We see a Mint rebellion take place over here. And let me just see if that color's been used. Probably by Siberia, but I just want to see. Okay, oh, nice, it's used by Siberia. Siberia, no, not Siberia. This like Mint one begins pushing out. And then we see a Rose rebellion. That's gonna pop up over here. Kaboom. And let me just check that. I don't think it's been used. That's good. Another one that we see pop up is going to be a Yellow Rebellion. I don't think there's any like pure yellow nations. And it's going to appear like up here. So once again, let me just yeah, we're good. And the final one that's going to be appearing is going to be another Blue Rebellion, but this time it's going to be a very, very dark blue one. I'm just going to personally like just color match over all the dark blue nations. So you're good. You're good. You're not even that blue. And you're good. Okay. Wait, Taiwan. There's a very slight difference. And this rebellion is going to be appearing over here. So boom. India is now in active collapse because they are very, very bad. Like they have lost a lot of their nation, and throughout the course of this war, like near the end of last episode, they were a yellow nation, and then an orange nation. Just before the Civil War, they were a red nation, and now they are, if I can get the right color, um, they are now a dark red nation, which is very bad. If I can just like increase the brush size, I'm on the map. Now I'm on the stability. They are now a dark red nation. So hey, at least now their cross is red. So yeah, they are now in active collapse. Very bad. Anyways, let's see how this is gonna play out because we are now. Jesus Christ, this is probably gonna be the largest episode by far. Anyways, we see them just like they are not gonna be alive very long. I'm still on the stability layer. This yellow rebellion, if I can just like, there we go, smaller brush. If you heard that, then my bad. They are gonna start just pushing out. Like, also these rebellions are not gonna like invade each other. They do not want to be a part of India anymore. We see this rose or like coral colored one. They begin invading out. We see the Bengal rebellion. They start pushing out, taking two radiated cities and then a regular city. And finally, these guys half radiated but still somehow pushing out. So yeah, they are very, 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 very. These are very screwed. Cause like, look at this country shape. It's like a weird looking banana. Like they are not gonna live very much longer. And to show that, we go up to here. I'm gonna show you that the NOH is going to be invading into these guys, and then boom. I can do that because there's no red nations because of these guys. Thank you, WEUF. Over here. Kaboom. These guys end up leaving the war, if I can find the right layer. They decide to leave before anything gets too bad. These guys also leave. These guys also leave. So yeah. It is now just one nation against a lot. Also, China has now like collapsed. Like, there's no government here. And you know what? To show that, I'm going to show what the like occupation line's gonna look like. This nation is gonna occupy this. Siberia will occupy all of this. This green rebellion is going to occupy all of this. This blue one. They look like a very sad man. They are going to be occupying all of this. Very, very, very radiated. Vietnam is going to be no, they are going to be occupying all of this. And finally, the NOH and the green team are just going to be splitting the rest. Where the NOH occupies this, the green team down here. So yeah, China has now fallen apart. And now it's just India against the world. No, like, seriously, like, look. A lot of the world is in this. Like, every continent except down here. Anyways, if we go down here, another rebellion is going to be taking place. And what color is that rebellion going to be? It's going to be like a purplish color. Hello there, Mr. Purple Rebellion. In this city, like, very, very radiated. Anyways, also, I just want to say this, like, all these countries, they are currently wondering how the hell they're going to do a peace treaty when half of, like, India is radiated. So I will show you that when I get the peace treaty ready, which is actually going to not be in this video, because it's probably going to get to, like, 50 minutes long. My longest ever Wixer video. Anyways, India. They are very quickly collapsing. Yeah. And we see something happen. One last rebellion, and whereas I did not actually color check these guys. Let me just color check. Okay, yep, we're good. One last rebellion is going to be happening. We see this area up here rebel away. And if I can color check that real quick. Okay, yep, we're good. And then once like this rebellion happens, just like we see like northern India that isn't like occupied, they get occupied because like no one even wants to be part of India anymore. They all want to be part of these separate like these separate areas. This blue nation, like this Bengal nation, they occupy this. The rest goes over to like the mint colored nation. And then like just they are not gonna be surviving much longer. And then boom. Wait one momento. Sorry about that. There is banging going on, so I just would. Anyways, once again, another tea break. I've had this tea for nearly an hour. Delicious. Anyways, now also I was wrong over here. But seeing that everything is just gonna be going to hell, we see all of these nations, like they're tired, like no one wants to be a part of this war anymore. So everybody just decides to peace. Like they decide to peace out. Like no one wants to like fight this war anymore. Like the green team, they relinquish their claims. Texas does. Uh, yeah. This is all going to hell, isn't it? We see Baja California, they relinquish their claims, and that finally means that, well, also down here, um, let's just say that, well, you fell into a civil war and you are screwed. Bang. So yeah, we have the end of World War Two. No, World War Three, the War of Radiation. I hope you guys liked it. This is actually probably the first World War where I actually had it last like more than like one episode because like I'm 90% sure World War One, I forgot how long that was, where it ended in 21. World War Two, that was like an episode long, and it was just like the Triangle team just demolishing everyone. But this one actually did like it was a good war. Anyways, I hope you guys liked it. If you did, then don't forget to like and subscribe because this is going to be the end of World War Two, and I will see you guys in episode 33, no 53. Goodbye.